President Donald Trump's 125% tariffs on Chinese goods, I think it's up to 145% now, has some sellers searching for a bit of a workaround. And they might have found it. Direct selling. Several Chinese suppliers who produce items for top global luxury brands have taken to platforms like X, TikTok to showcase products and are even offering now direct to consumer sales at a fraction of retail prices. Well, there you go. Luxury designs on offer range from Birkin and Louis Vuitton to Chanel, Estee Lauder, and Bobbi Brown. I've heard of a couple of those things, but I am not. I'm not what you would call a fashionista. Okay, I have no idea why someone would buy a $300 handbag. And by the way, we're not even talking like $300. There are handbags for $35,000. You could buy a car for that, or most of one. Like, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Now, these videos from these Chinese sellers have actually garnered millions of views on X, and they show factory workers detailing what they call premium leather. I don't know if it's premium or not. Their hand stitching techniques and production lines that go into making these luxury products, which are then sold with 5-figure price tags. The suppliers have reduced the cost from a $34,000 Birkin bag to about $1,400, which they say is pretty much how much it costs to make. So a little bit extra, I think, on that, on top of that. But wow, the hefty markup, they say, is all about the branding. And now they're offering the same bag minus the logo for about a tenth of the price. Some even offer free global shipping, and in some cases covering the import duties. In fact, one seller says these are the same materials, same hands, just no logo. Luxury brands may call it piracy. With that, I say, yo ho ho, sign me up. Consumers are calling it, quote, peak capitalism. If I can get Bobbi Brown quality for drugstore prices, I'll survive this recession just fine. Posted one user. Another joke. At this point, the only thing luxury brands are selling is audacity. Yeah, I love it. Look, I hate luxury goods. Okay, I hate it. I hate all of it. I'm going to be honest. You're paying for a name. That's it. Like a logo. Who cares? I don't care. I just want the thing to work. All right. Look, speaking of that, I have experience. I worked at a refrigerator plant. I worked at Electrolux, okay? And here's what they would do, because they would offer like Whirlpool and Sears and like a luxury kind of branding, whatever. Same stuff rolling down the assembly line, just with like a different logo, and maybe like, ooh, an ice maker in this one. Well, that's definitely worth the, $2,000 markup for an ice maker. Wow. Maybe like a different, what is it? Crisper drawer. Oh, a crisper drawer. Wow. No. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Yes, the branding is everything. That is absolutely peak capitalism. Okay. Now, another person who reshared a video of a Chinese supplier for Fila, Under Armour, and Lululemon writes, China is definitely having their moment. The tea is steaming hot. True. Now, the supplier in the video revealed that while Lululemon may charge up to $100 for an item, the same items can now be bought for $5 to $6. Another supplier was offering to sell Birkenstocks, which retailed above $150 for $10. That includes the 145% import duty. And there it is. There it is. I mean, the prices for things that are luxury are insane because it's not a better quality item. It's the same thing, just with, I don't know, a brand on it. That's it. And look, here's the thing. This has got people thinking that direct sales like this might actually be the only way to afford some of these items thanks to Donald Trump's tariffs, which, gotta be honest, I did not expect this to kind of blow the lid off of how ridiculous our system is, but I'm kind of glad that it did. I think it's really, really funny. There's no difference between these luxury brands and normal brands, okay? They all fall apart within a few years anyway. And that is not, and let me make it clear, it's not because Chinese workers are inferior or they're bad, right? No, it's because of planned obsolescence. Things are made to break down quickly so that we have to go buy more of them. And that's also the con that is being played on all of us. It is an absolute con. Take iPhone batteries for an example, okay? They have to be replaced every couple of years. But they've made it impossible, or at least incredibly expensive, in order to do that. They would rather have you replace the entire phone. That is planned obsolescence and is peak capitalism. You get maybe 5 to 10 years out of a refrigerator, whereas back in the past, they would make refrigerators that could outlast all of us. They do not do that anymore. No, you only get a few years and then you got to go buy another one. Capitalism! And it is kind of ironic because here we have China, a communist country, making all of our capitalist goods. And think too about the things that we considered to be luxuries, right? See, we consider now handbags to be luxuries. Whereas in the past, luxuries used to be things like big screen TVs and electronics. But now everybody's got big screen TVs because they're dirt cheap. But now you have the handbags that are super expensive. And don't get me started on food, but we're not talking about grocery prices, okay? Our economy makes no sense. It makes no sense. We do not manufacture things here, but we also do not pay people enough to buy the stuff that companies pay people even less in other countries to manufacture. Nothing makes sense. It's all exploitation built on exploitation. Okay, and we are supposed to be a service economy, right? But nobody can afford the services anymore. So that's where we're at. But hey, you know what? At least now, people can get a super cheap handbag direct from the Chinese sellers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.